let's see. Per Jenna style, I did that entire spiel and no one could hear me. Brittany, can you hear me now? Every single time. If you have some compassion for this person, if you have compassion for this person, the stereotypical elder millennial who really struggles with technology, then you're my person. Let's try this again. After how many minutes of my life? 5 minutes. It's going to have no sound. Great. Lovely. Anyway, we're here. Happy Tuesday. Happy May 5th. Um, all right, let's try this again. I love you. Thank you, Brittany. For the Brittany is Brittany and Matt are definitely my people. Uh, it's per the course. By the end of May, if I am sewing live every day throughout all of May, I would think that by the end of May, we will have this like clockwork. Like there will never be a time at the end of May that I don't have sound. We're going to put that out in the universe. All right. So let's start from the top. So it is Me Made May, day 5. If you are following me and you've gotten through the 5 minutes of no sound, my name is Genevieve. This is my channel, Thunderbird Handcrafted with Genevieve. I've been sewing here for quite some time. I have recorded videos, live videos, so forth, of a variety of different types of sewing. I'm going to move this down because I want to hold up yesterday. The goal for Me Made May is not necessarily that I'll be sewing one full piece at the end of every day, that I would have something to post or whatever. It really is just to reconnect with my sewing, to encourage others to reconnect with their sewing in the form of joy and learning. I feel like sewing online, the more that I'm a part of it, and now I need you to know, I've only been a part of the sewing online community for 3 years, 4 years, which is crazy to me because it's not like I wasn't online in other forms, but my sewing was mainly for me. And I do feel after the past 3 years of being in the online sewing community, it started to feel like it was less for me, less about joy, less about learning, and more about the influencing. And not that there's anything wrong with that. I feel like that if people thrive and feel like that's where they want to be, that's wonderful for them. I definitely have felt over this past 6 months that that's really not the type of community that I want to build or how I want to share my sewing. I really feel like even though I have a business that is fabrics, and we carry US milled fabrics, US printed fabrics, eco-friendly printing, um, and we're running a pre-order right now, as you'll see across the ticker tape. Um, I really just wanted people to be reminded, like, we do this for fun as our hobby. Maybe it is part of a business, right? Like it's something that we're sewing to sell. Um, but at the end of the day, sewing is also this thing where we're continuing to cultivate and learn a skill and grow in it. And I think it's so important, like, that we grow together in that. So that's why I'm doing Me Made May. Like I said, we do have a summer slash apparel pre-order. The reason I'm calling that is because a lot of people don't know that we carry apparel fabrics, and that's mainly because we carry all cottons of some sort or linens. So we do have a linen cotton now that we're offering, 2 different linen cotton blends that we offer in our designs. We do have drape fabrics like a challis as well as a layered gauze in a couple different designs. And then we carry French terry. We have an eco knit, which is a Madal tinsel weave. And then we also carry Kona cotton. We carry some canvases. So really a variety of different bases that are printed right here in the US, many of them milled here in the US as well, except for the linens. And hopefully you can find some designs and prints that inspire you. Now's a really great time. I'm many of you would know, I'm a lover of a spreadsheet most times, and I am a planner. And so now's a great time if you are planning anything for like fall markets and craft fairs, if you are doing back to school sewing of any sort, and also if you're getting a jump on those holiday gift items. So now's a great time to take advantage of a pre-order. So the link is there for you. If you have questions about pre-order, feel free to reach out and ask me either here in the comments or over on Instagram. Feel free to DM me. But that's all I'm going to share every time about pre-order is really just sharing that we have a pre-order open. The last expected ship date for pre-order, since it closes on May 31st, is July 7th. So definitely check it out if you're interested. Today we are sewing the Everyday Culottes, okay, from Matchy Matchy Club. And I am so excited about these. So yesterday, so let's take a step back. Apparel sewing for me, especially pants, because as a 45-year-old woman with body changing constantly, pants I think have intimidated me more than any other piece of apparel. So I wanted to sew these up with something that I felt really didn't matter until I sewed with my bed sheets from 1983 and realized how much they mattered. So yesterday we took my bed sheets from 1983 that are Cabbage Patch, and we made a pair of these all day culottes. It is a free pattern from Matchy Matchy Club, which I'll share the link then. They came out really great and fun and comfy. I wore them last night, and it just felt like a hug from home, from another time. So I think I'm going to create a like matching set since I have a little bit of this fabric left. I have to find something to maybe go along with it to create a top. But I really enjoyed this pattern, and today we're going to be cutting out a day pair for me to wear, and we're going to be doing the pleating that is part of this pattern also with a picnic tablecloth that I thrifted from Salvation Army. So I'll pick up a little bit of the piecing here because I'm also keeping all the scraps because we're going to kind of upscale a crew neck sweatshirt that I have on my website. It's under our merch and gifts section that has all of the New England states on it because my bestie and I are going to New England in June. So we're going to do some upcycling with this leftover fabric. But today we are going to be doing another pair of the all day culottes. All right. So another thing I do want to share also is PDF plotting. If you are an apparel sewist, you might already know about PDF plotting, but PDF plotting is where I take the AO patterns that I download from the pattern designer and I send it to them to print out on a big, nice piece of paper that I can cut out since I don't have my, oh gosh, projector set up yet. It's really wonderful. And if you put a fair amount, like I think I had like 5 patterns each time I sent off, you do get a little bit of a discount once you get to a certain amount. So yesterday we made this pattern based off of the sizing that I had figured out. And then last night when I cut out the ones we're sewing today, I actually kind of I scaled in a little bit in my hip area because that's really where I didn't need as much, my waist area. So I scaled in there. And I also made that as much as I could, because I didn't really have that much, but I did make the waistband wider for this pair. I'm thinking if I can add 2 layers of elastic, it would kind of be cool to have the 2 layers of elastic, but I don't know if I'm going to have that much room. I think I might just have, like, I'll be able to create like a ruffled trim across the top. So that's what we're going to do. The cool thing about using the tablecloth is, I'll show you guys. So the tablecloth is actually like it has a hem already. So I'm not going to have to hem these. It has an invisible hem. Like I think it's a hand stitched invisible hem. which is pretty awesome. So we're not going to have to hem these either, which is really great. I am using, because I didn't have enough of the tablecloth to do the pockets, I am using some hand dyed of my own hand dyed red fabric. Um, you know, this it's really funny. I don't consider myself necessarily a red person, but I think I've used red dyed fabric more than any other color. Maybe blue is pretty close, but red is really up there, which I feel like anytime that I've shared red on the website, like that's been the colorway. It isn't necessarily the color that a lot of people gravitate to, but I feel like I've sewn a lot with it in a bunch of different things. So just a little note that if we want more red, you got to let me know, because I use it a lot. All right, so I'm using today my machines that I'm using. I'm going to use my domestic, which is my Bernina 475 QE that I've had since I believe 2021, somewhere in there. And then I'm also going to be using my serger, my professional 5 serger that I've had since 2019, I believe. And so that's what we're going to be using today. And now I'll see what else we have. Good morning, Janetta. I'm glad you're here when I have sound. They are going to be so fun, and they are going to be perfect for summer. Like I really feel like other than wearing these on my trip with my bestie, I really feel like they're also going to be like just a fun pair of pants that I pull out every summer, because I can see wearing them with like a white tank, and like a denim like overshirt. Like I think there's a lot of different ways that these are going to be super fun. So I am very excited about them. But we're going to need to do the pleating. So that's what we're going to start with. If you are sewing something today while you're here with me, please let me know what you're sewing. I want to know. Feel free to share like what pattern you're doing and so forth. That's really what I want out of this experience is I know I'm not really necessarily picking times where lives, like a lot of people can join a live. Again, I'm really going with the flow of when I can go live so that they're I feel like sewing over the past 3 years became pressure, and I don't my sojo does not thrive off of pressure. So I think that this is really just a way to encourage everybody to remind themselves, even if you do have a business that is incorporated into your hobby, right, or what you love, um, that you have to take some time just to make it fun, right? So yeah, that's what we're up to today. So let me know what you're sewing, if you're sewing with me. And we're gonna add these pleats because I have to find the markings on the pants. So I think my pants, since they're already hemmed, and I took it all the way down to the end, my pants are gonna be a little bit longer than say what they would be if you were gonna hem them afterwards, right? Like we did yesterday. I also, when I cut my elastic today, I did, instead of doing 44 inches, I did 41 inches, because I really want these to be more like high-waisted than being like setting on my hips like what the pajama ones did. All right, I'm prepping, attaching end to end, pressing, then attaching to quilts, binding for 2 quilts and 1 panel. Very cool. I I am so um like in awe of anybody who does long arming, because I'm definitely not there. My aunt long arms, and I think people underestimate, especially nowadays, with like just how much machines are like, have programs and whatnot. I think they underestimate just really how much goes into it. So I'm very impressed and in awe of it. All right. So I think what I'm going to do, since I have the pocket right here, and that kind of is one of the things we do start with, I'm just going to press these so that they're nice and crisp. That was the one thing about a sheet, about using a sheet, is that It's kind of like, once you wash a sheet and like hang it up, it kind of doesn't have any wrinkles, which is nice when you're using it for clothing. My daughter last night, because I wore them like after I made them, and we made dinner together. The whole time we were making dinner and I was wearing them, she's like, I won't seal those because it's your bed sheets, but if you do decide to make me a pair, I wouldn't be upset about it. So I guess I do have to make another pair of these for my daughter, but I'll have to ask her. We'll have to see. Maybe she'll want to thrift something, or maybe there's a design that she wants me to make. She probably would just want a pair of tie-dye ones if I know her. Okay, I'm just gonna press this. Yeah, I was thinking last night, I was like, I've used so much red tie-dye fabric. And I think this has to go this way. Yep. Okay, now we're gonna see where, yeah, so last night I took this down on our big table down in my, like in our shop area, so I didn't have to crawl on the floor like I did for the sheet, because gosh, there was a day where I cut everything on the floor. Those days are gone. I guess I probably should still make the effort to cut things on the floor. It probably is really good for you. But it wasn't fun really to do it. So I was like, all right, so now I'm gonna just kind of gauge where these start because that's what it has in the instructions. So I'm just gonna make a little snip because the seam allowance is so big on this. We're doing a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Okay. What was nice about making those last night now, and I'll kind of show here. So this is like how much I went in. I just folded it in so that way I kept the pattern at the size that I did for the pajama pants because I do feel like having the pajama pants as loose as they are, like that'll be nice. But this way, everything is kind of scaled. All right, so we're gonna set this one aside for now. And I was like trying, when I took this down there to cut, I was like, is everything, because there's little like wheelbarrow Holland guys, there's a windmill on this, there's a little guy with a sailboat. And I was like, is this all one direction? And they're not. They're all different directions. So then I was like, oh, good. I didn't get something directional. So that allowed me to get everything, a pair of pants, like fully cut out of this. Did anybody see that QuiltCon posted their teachers? I was really happy to see Nicole from Sonar is going to be a teacher for next year. That's exciting. for another girly in the community. And that their email was all about sustainability. That was also pretty awesome. All we have to do is ask the questions. Like, that's the important part. Okay, so now I think it's only an inch. And that's the pleats. So on each front and back pant leg, you'll find 3 groups of notches. Each group contains 3 notches. Well, I did not see 3 notches. I saw 1. But let's see. Let's see if that's there, and I didn't see it. 3 notches. Nope. There's a line, but there's no 3 notches. Okay. Well, I think they're like an inch. At least that's what it looks like to me. Okay. Yeah. Starting at the bottom. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to measure mine out just because we want to make sure that they're the same on all of them, right? Let's see where my, okay, so here's the first one. I'm going to measure an inch down. And then there's going to be an inch between there, I would think. Because it says they're 1/2 inch pin tucks. So we're going to make each of these an inch. Let's hope everything lines up, because there are no markings on my pattern. Which makes me a little nervous. Okay, so before I start ironing those up, I'm gonna set this one aside and do the other. We'll do them all so that way, hopefully. Getting your coffee, Nicole? Good morning. Good morning. Jeanette is cutting out her retro sling. It's literally one of my favorite patterns, I feel. I mean, I made, how many did I make? 3? Yeah, I made 3 because I made one for each of my nieces for Christmas. And I definitely will be doing it again. It's a good pattern. It just has like some really unique features, and I do also feel like as a sling bag goes, it's not too big, but it also is like just big enough. It has a bunch of different pocket options you could do. So I like it. And you're using Twilight fabric for that, right? Which is also exciting. I love seeing the Twilight bags. Okay, so we're gonna lay this on here because that's how I'm gonna start my, oh shoot, yeah, it's gonna be reversed. I'm gonna lay it this way. That way, where these are, hopefully lines up. Yep, okay. Had a nice little coffee chat this morning with a friend, which is always nice to start your day. I had blueberry pancakes because my husband made blueberry pancakes over the weekend. DJ is the breakfast maker in the house. These are going to be really comfy too. They kind of have like a, like a picnic linen weave. So they're going to be nice and like airy and cool. Okay, so those are done. Now, I probably should do the lines, but hopefully my fan doesn't blow them all off. I'm using an air erase marker. Watch there be lines on this one. Nope. Okay, well, let's set those aside and let's mark where we are doing the lines on the back of the pants. So hopefully everything matches up, right? So that's where it's saying it should start. And there. Okay. Yeah, Twilight Festival, that happens in September. I know a lot of the people who got the Twilight fabric, they seem to sell what they make. So that always makes me feel good. I feel like when I got this tablecloth, I didn't realize that it was like all like very like Dutch Holland inspired. But that also makes me really happy because that's like one of my favorite places that I've ever visited. I went to when I was in Amsterdam, and we went and I did a tour of a wooden shoe workshop, which was amazing. And the guy that was doing it was really interesting. He actually spoke like 7 different languages, which really isn't rare for, but I mean, it was cool because he like asked people in the audience, what language do you speak? And then he did his presentation in all the languages that were in the audience, which was cool. And then I did go to the last of the actual wooden windmills. I went and visited that, which was neat because they still use them for certain things like mustard is one of them. One of them is like paints, mixing paint. So that was cool. All right, so let's see if where I have my lines is where I have this one that starts. This one's a little bit above. So how should I figure this out? This way, I guess. Yeah. Hold on a second. I want to make sure I have the right sides. That's that. So this will be going like so. Yep. Okay. So let's make sure that these are where it matches. So that's right. Okay. Let's hope. The lines are not going, my seams are not going to match. Oh well. But the pleats are going to match, so that's what matters. Okay. We're using what we got. I also did a cheese tour when I was in Holland, which was amazing. That was the best part. It was really cool that he spoke all those different languages for everybody. I had that happen my son and I, um, when we were in Belgium. Similar. I mean, that's pretty close to Amsterdam as well. But we went on a little like boat tour, my son and I in Belgium, and the guy on the boat asked the same thing, like what languages were there, and he didn't speak 7 languages, um, but he must have spoke a few because he did the whole tour and he would do it in English, then he did it in Italian, and then he did it in French, which was cool. I wish we prioritized learning other languages like other countries do. 'Cause it was nice, even for me, to hear the tour in languages that I didn't speak. Fingers crossed, you guys. All right, so this one goes with this one. I really should keep them separate, even though I kind of know what the pieces are. Right, so now that one goes with this. Yeah, I just loved Amsterdam so much. It was just so beautiful. I was there like right before the Tulip Festival. I like missed that by like a week, which is actually kind of nice because I missed the crowds of it. But they already had like some of the tulips out and open, which was kind of fun. Like I could still get like your typical pictures. Um, yeah, but it was really, really a great trip. Solo trip, which was a little, I'd done solo traveling before my kids, but it was like the first fully solo travel after my kids were little grown. And, you know, as you get older, we start fearing some of the things that we know we can do, but just haven't done since we were young. And if you think I'm bad with technology on here, just imagine me with technology in another country trying to use a phone to navigate. So I many times don't navigate to where I think I'm going. I end up in someplace completely different. Okay, shoot. This isn't it. This isn't it. This one must be it. Nope. I think I have to start. No, that's not it. Should have labeled your pieces, Jenna. Yeah, I think this is it. Or is this the same piece? This is the same piece. Well, if I make this one match, it should match up, right? My papa spoke 9 languages. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's wonderful. Yeah, I mean, my daughter, she can speak a little bit of Russian because she took Russian in high school. My son did not take a language. I tried to encourage him to do so, but he was not having it. And I speak a very little Spanish, only because I was immersed in it. feels like it's like slanting. Doesn't feel quite right. So, okay. Now we can iron these, tuck them up to where they meet, right? Start from the bottom, they said. So let's do that. We're going to go this way and not make it hard on ourselves. Correct? And that is going to come up to the next line. We're going to iron it. And pin. I need a tissue. It's so pretty out today. It looks like my lilacs are going to start blooming more. I'm supposed to get another cold spell though, so my lilacs really need to be trimmed. They're starting to get a little unruly. Okay, so now we're going to fold those like so. This definitely adds to the length of time you're doing these pants, because yesterday we were done. I couldn't believe it. We were done with those pants in like less than an hour. So doing the pleating is definitely going to take a little bit more time. Okay. Did I do that wrong? Why do I still have a line there? I still have a line there. There's only supposed to be 3 pleats. So I think I'm just going to do the 3. I'm going to leave that first line. Oh my goodness. I think I added 1 too many. One moment, please. Gunther just got out. I'll be back. Here's a little thinker, a little escape artist in the house. They're so bad. All right, can you guys still hear me? I think I still have it on. Yeah. Okay. We have to use like a stick, a branch that we pulled off. We have to put it in the grass. And then he's like, oh, something to play with. And my daughter she said that she was reading that the way he's acting to like want to go outside behavior wise, he was really little when the mom like stopped taking care of them. And they said sometimes, I guess she read sometimes that's a sign of like the mom wasn't with them very long. All right, so let me see if the next one I pleat. Good, awesome, thank you that you can hear me. Let's see if the next one I pleat, I did the same thing. So 1 too many lines, I think, is what I did. But I'll just go from the bottom. He's Stinker, not Gunther Boy. That isn't right. There. There we go. Sorry for the sniffles, you guys. Okay. I've seen a bunch of like um, skirts and like also other pants that have pleating, and it kind of makes me like, oh, maybe I want to steer clear of pleating. We'll see. If it turns out gorgeous, then I'll be like, give me all the pleating. Yeah, Gunther's pretty cunning. He'll like wait. He knows my father-in-law is the slowest getting out the door, so he'll wait until my father-in-law is going out to like feed the chickens or and nobody else is down there, and then he's like, "Here's where I make my escape." We would let him go out on his own if it wasn't for the fact that he goes out right to the road right away. And also wants to pick fights with other cats that are like 2 times his size. Okay, another pair. Anybody have plans for Memorial Day weekend or Mother's Day weekend? Is this weekend? My kids always clean my front porch on Mother's Day. That's that's my main gift. saw Hershey Park is doing season passes for $99. Now, if you know how much it costs to get into Hershey, just one time, I don't know why you wouldn't just buy the season, especially around here, if you were going to go to Hershey. Hershey Park is so different from when I was a kid. Definitely, like, there's less and less um, like shaded areas. So we don't really go to Hershey Park. My kids might go like once with a friend, especially if my dad gets them tickets. Sometimes my dad will get tickets because he's down there and someone has like free tickets. We might go to Chocolate World because that's free. But it's like, it's very, I don't know, like it's just not the same park, especially if you're not doing a whole lot of rides, which I don't do anymore, a ton of rides. And we have Mr. Apollo, and he's not allowed to go, so we go to Knoebels, where Apollo can go on the train, and he can go on the merry-go-round. What do you call that? Oh my gosh, it's not a merry-go-round. You guys know what I mean. And he can go on the antique cars. He loves it. So that's what we're doing for Memorial Day, is we're going to Knoebels. And that park is like an old-fashioned uh, like ticket park. So you buy tickets, your entrance is free, and then you buy tickets to go on rides. But it's really nice. Memorial Day, there's like hardly anyone there. So that's also why we go on that day. Okay, there's another one. You love Knoebels? It's wonderful, isn't it, Sandy? It makes my heart happy. Pollen residue has got to go. Yeah, I know. Paulo. Yes. Yes. We have a porch swing. My mother-in-law had, well, actually, my mother-in-law is the one who, it was one of her Mother's Day gifts. Um, and so she had painted it for me a couple of years back, and it definitely needs a new refreshing again. I don't know if we'll get to that this summer, but um, that's my favorite place to have my coffee and watch the hummingbirds. I like sitting there in the evenings too, like definitely like during thunderstorms or whatever. Apollo likes to sit on the porch swing too, don't you, buddy? Yeah, you like to sit on the porch swing too. Like if we're all out there and he like gets annoyed that other people sit on it if I'm sitting on it and he can't be up there with me. He does the little husky stomp. For those of you who have huskies, you know what I'm talking about. Gunther trying to get out, Paulo. He's not happy. He's trapped. Now he's going to pester Apollo. Laying here. It's funny because he lays down just like Apollo. Like where his feet are positioned is just how Apollo lays down. I've never seen a cat. I mean, huskies are basically cats. But I've never seen a cat take on so many dog traits. It's really hilarious. Honestly, if Knoebels was closer, I would I would be there every weekend in the summertime. I like it there so much. Good food, not good for you, but like it, because of where it's located in central Pennsylvania, it's like very central Pennsylvania, like Polish inspired and just good food. I can see this already being hemmed being the issue with these pleats because if it wasn't hemmed, I could be just lining up my pleats and not necessarily worrying about where the pants are. Do you know what I mean? So we're gonna see how this goes. All right, so now all of them are pleated. Now we're going to sew the pleats. Okay. Yep, fold bottom, line, yep, sew in place. Okay. Sounds simple. Probably won't be. All right. On a hot day, it's a very comfortable place to be, right? The porch and Knoebels because they have shade. All right. So we're going to start with the bottom. Don't think I have red thread. I have, at least not red. No. Well, maybe. There's a red one up there. Let me see. Because this that I have in here almost has like a butter. It's white, but it's not like white white. That's whiter. Let's see what this red looks like. I think it might be, no, it's too dark. Yeah, the red is too dark. So we're gonna use the white. White? It's not white. I don't think it's a little bit. But this is definitely has a yellow, the one I used yesterday. So you guys can see it up close to each other. And I think I'm going to open my window because I'm starting to be a little warm. Just so you know, when I open this window, there might be a cat that jumps up here. Oh no, he's sleeping in the hallway. Okay. Can I thread a needle today? Oh my. Nana eyes. Where's my scissors? Oh, I almost had it and then I pulled it out. There we go. Alrighty. So we're gonna top stitch these. I was thinking about putting some type of tag or woven label on these somewhere, but I need to look when we're done with the pleating. We'll look and see before we start putting them together. I have something that'll work. Oh, that's nice. There's a nice breeze. I love these little chicky catties. They're so cute. I want to make some with this month's fat quarter packs that are the So Be It with the little hexies and stuff at my last show. I actually sold, I think I only have one more of them up on my website. A lot of people really like them, so I figured if I can make some more for the next show I do, that would be the perfect fat quarter pack to do stuff like that. Okay, so there's my first set of pleats. Yay. All right, we'll see. Should I stitch down the back? I don't think I have to, right? Okay, nice pair. really want to do like applique pants that are all like my jeans, like my tomato jeans. But I've like really wanted to do ones with like citrus and little shrimpies. And like sardines and stuff. Maybe a seagull. Like, I feel like those would bring me lots of joy. So if we get everything, there's another project that's been added to the list. Maybe that's what we'll do after this project is we'll make some of these little chicky caddies. Sorry, my brain is all over the place. So maybe that'll be a good little non-apparel palette cleanser after we do the sweater that's going with these pants, is to do some more little chicken caddies or some pink cushions of some sort. Like I said, people really like them. I had them, what did I have them priced at? I think 20 bucks. I think I had them priced at 20 bucks. People were like, and I even had like the QR code that if people wanted the pattern instead of buying one of mine. And it was like one of those like easy buys for people. So if anybody's doing any shows, the chicken caddies were a hit. Okay, here's the next one. There we go. Good morning, Tanya. Do you use foam on your retro sling? Did I use foam? Let me think a second. Don't think I did. I think because my one knee, both, all of them I used wax canvas as like the gusset and the back. So I wouldn't have put foam on that. And I just, because I use book lover panels or project panels for all of three of them. So I did Odie coat the front panel piece. So that gave that a little bit more structure after I had interfaced that with a 101. Did I also interface? I think I also interfaced the front two pieces, the one that's the little hook piece and the one that's the front zipper piece. I think I did 101 and a fusible fleece, like that didn't go into the seams on those two pieces, but then everything else was just 101. So that's what I did with my retro sling. And if you don't use Odie coat yet on your canvas and your cottons for bag making, it doesn't take long for it to dry. Actually, on a day like today, with my fan going, I would Odie coat it in the morning, and by noon I would be sewing with it. It would be dry. Because I only do like 1 or 2 layers. I don't do crazy. Because like a bag like that, the retro sling, especially if I'm using wax canvas, nobody is gonna throw that in a washer. They're gonna just wipe it, you know? So makes me want to get more tablecloth. is nice. I feel like this fabric actually, I should feel this up against our linen cotton. I feel like it's actually very similar to the linen cotton. I haven't sewn with the linen cotton yet myself. I have projects planned with it, but I feel like this is very similar on how it feels. I mean, that would make sense, right? Because you could totally use linen cotton for like the fall. I also love like as you put your pins in the little chicken, it looks like he has like a pin mohawk. Kind of fun. Okay. 3 down, 1 to go. Hey, how's the sewing going? Hi, Jordan. It's going well. We're doing our little pin tucks on our all-day culottes. So I'm on the last one. I walked into a mostly empty house, so I've been sitting. Oh, that's so nice. A nice quiet house. Everybody say congrats to Jordan. She graduated a child last weekend, which is not just a kid accomplishment, it's a mama accomplishment. My son, last night after Belle and I made dinner, my son called her and was venting about finals, which is, it's so nice that they have that relationship. But before you know it, he'll be graduating college. Thankfully, we still have 2 years, but it goes so fast. All of it. I guess two professors scheduled tests on the same day. And he was like stressing out about all the studying he is having to do. So called his sister to talk him off the cliff, I think. Last night I was a college student. I had grilled cheese and ramen noodles for dinner, which was my daughter made the ramen. I made the grilled cheese this morning. Her and her boyfriend are very connoisseurs of ramen. I feel like you become a connoisseur of ramen in college. So they add all different types of things to it. Okay, we're done with the pleating. Now we can add our pockets. And remember, Jordan wasn't here yesterday, but I learned what understitching means versus what top stitching is. I thought understitching was like the reverse of top stitching. It's not. So we figured that out. Um, but my apparel sewing teacher is here for a little bit, maybe. And she'll give me some pointers if I need them. All right, so I'm going to stay stitch along here. And then we're going to get our pocket and we're going to do the 1/2 inch seam allowance around the bottom here, right? Not 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch. Keep the directions near you, Jenna. There's one. Oh. And there's 2. Is outside or inside pocket? Just wondering. I'm working, so can't say, but I wanted to say hi. Oh, Jackie, hey. Is it outside or inside pocket? Just wondering. Sandy, what are you meaning? Like where the understitching happens? So the understitching is basically I'm going to stitch this to, like, I'm going to stitch my pocket on like this, okay? So I'm going to stitch it on and then I'm going to flip it and then I'm going to stitch just my pocket to the seam because they said that it helps it to not pop out. At least that's what I read. So that's what you're talking about. Okay. And this is with the 1/2 inch seam allowance. Was that supposed to go like that? No. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to go. Now, what it says is I'm going to iron this like this. And now I'm going to stitch this, top stitch this, which is an understitch. And then we're going to fold it in again and then stitch it again, like so. Makes sense. It's an inside pocket. It's good. It's going to be an inside pocket. So we're going to stitch. Yep. At least that's what it looks like from the directions and from last night. That's what made sense. Because I didn't do it last night. I just like top stitch it the opposite direction, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would that be called understitching? And then when I read it more, because reading directions is important, um, this is actually what it is, from what I can decipher. Because now, yeah, he's up here. Because now I'm going to turn it like so and iron that down. And now I'm going to top stitch that. Feels good to not be the only one who doesn't know these things. All right, and now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just get everything like lined up here. And we're going to stay stitch that into place, because that's all you're going to see of the red dye is going to be just that little peek through, which I think is kind of cool too. Right? So now this here, I'm going to stay stitch that. It's funny because when I started sewing bags, and I would say like in some of my tutorials, I would say stay stitch, like if you were keeping things down, and people would ask me what does stay stitch mean, and I got that from sewing like discipline, simplicity patterns, and you know, so it is more of an apparel phrase, I'm guessing. Okay, so there's one pocket. Look how pretty that looks. Yeah. All right, now we'll get the other pocket. Let's see. Is that this piece? Yes. Ooh, there's some wind happening. All right, so we're just gonna stitch this. Okay. And then we're going right. Am I doing the right side? I need to make sure I'm on the right side. Yeah. Okay. Oh, caught my tail thread there. Come on. There we go. Don't need any bunching. Let's make these pretty pockets. Okay. And now we'll fold that over and iron it. And do our understitching. Now we'll iron it back. And do our top stitch. Beautiful, beautiful. And now stitch this straight. Stay stitch that. Come on. And now this. Okay. Another pretty pocket. All right. Now we're gonna start pulling things together. Sandy, oh my God, last time I sewed a garment was 30 years ago when I made clothes for my daughter. She's turning 40 this year. Girl, you just made me think. Yeah, it's so weird. I said that earlier. I sewed a lot of things for my kids, like garment stuff for my kids. And then when I did costuming, like you're used to reading the language, but I don't know. And again, that's why I was like, I don't know why I feel scared about apparel sewing. I really shouldn't. It's kind of where I started. Granted, it wasn't stuff for myself, so like learning to like scale it to fit for me is, I guess, the nerve-wracking thing. But you know, if I've gotten this far, if I've learned this much, I can keep doing it, right? All right, so now that we have those done, we are going to attach the pocket piece to the other piece along the side. So this is where we're going to have to kind of play around with our pleats, I believe. right? Because it has to work out in our favor. So I'm going to actually see if things line up there. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Thank you. It does line up. Hooray! It does line up. I'm going to line up from the bottom in my pleats because that is what we need to do. And this is what I've decided. I am going to sew my seams on my domestic, and then I'm going to bring them over and serge them because it needs to be at 1/2 inch seam allowance. It's harder for me to gauge that here on my serger, and just overall it gives a little bit more security, right? So that's the plan that we're going to focus on. Oh gosh, I appreciate that, but I'm just a human. But thank you. You guys inspire me. So right back at you. My pleat, my checks don't line up, but I'm not gonna worry about that. And look, I have like this much extra at the top of this one. So we're just gonna cut that off. But at least our pleats are gonna line up. Okay. I'm gonna wait till the very end to cut all that excess off the top. All right. And change my stitch length. So what I'm thinking about with that crew neck sweatshirt is I think I'm going to do 3/4 length sleeves, and I'm going to do with this, I'm going to do like a little, like I was thinking about doing the little pleaty frilly cuff thing, and then like something that comes up and like it looks like it's like the little button thing. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Um, And then for the collar, if I was thinking about doing the little pleaty ruffle thing around the collar too, but I don't know if I have to cut the collar to do that, which makes me nervous. I watched this video this morning that was talking about age, and how like it's not just in like professions like acting or whatever where women are like close to 50 or over 50, like society just kind of makes them invisible. Um, I've been thinking about it more and more. Um, like, I agree. I do think to a certain extent, once women are in their 50s, like, or close to their 50s, presumed to be like, you're done, you know? And I just think and that's like the video is kind of like, you're just kind of coming into yourself, right? Like, I don't know. I feel more confident and more like accepting of myself and others like the older I get. So I don't know. It's just very interesting to think about. Oh, these pleats are going to be fun through here. Yeehaw. Okay. Well, come on. It's going to require some finagling. I think. Whoop, and we're losing the earbud. Okay. Okay. And because we're serging, I'm going to iron. Do you think I should iron this in the, like towards the back and then do a top? I think I am going to do that. I'm going to iron it towards the back and then top stitch it so that it stays in that direction. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Make them fancy. I feel that confidence is who. I feel that confidence is who I am, and the things I love as I get older. Yeah, I think you just become. Well, some of it is you just stop giving an F about certain things, right? I think some of it is let you know that like some things just are not worth like getting yourself worked up over, right? I feel like when you're younger, you just even in my 30s, I feel like there's still a reactiveness, right? Like almost like a trying to prove yourself. And then I don't know, I feel like the more I enter my 40s, the more I'm just like, no, you're okay. People don't get that. And just happier with like the things I choose, right? And not beating yourself up about the things that you can't control. Okay. Let's top stitch this. Oh, these are going to be fun. What did I just lose? Oh, the pocket piece. I don't want to over it because I'm going to make these pants again, I think. For sure. Well, definitely for my kid because she wants a pair. Okay. My pleats are lined up perfectly, you guys. At least on this side of the leg. I probably should just do a little tiny back stitch there. Oh, that's the ticket. We definitely wanted to do that. Oh, okay, so there's one side. Where am I throwing this so that I have access to ironing it? Through a lot of crap. Yes. Totally, Brittany. Yes. Um, I mean, I the one thing that I feel like I've also come to terms with, like I witnessed a lot of crap as a child, right? Um, and I think as a young person, a lot of times, like because I don't know, maybe couldn't understand that others hadn't gone through that or was carrying it still, like I don't know. I feel like there came a point where I was just like that stuff that I witnessed as a kid just made me like I had to let go of it for me to get the wisdom from it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how I'm explaining this, but anyways, like to be the old soul, you have to let go of all of it because not everybody has been through the same crap, right? But it doesn't make their crap any less than yours. I'm so excited for these pants. They're so fun. I'm glad everybody said to do red dyed fabric because now if I don't want them to necessarily be like Americana, red, white, and blue situation, you don't have to be. Nicole, I wear my graying hair and the lines in my face with a lot of confidence. I am embracing this part of growing with so much grace. That's awesome. Pay for my pumpkin class at Hershey. Mary, so you have to click on, so if you're on, let me answer this question. So Mary's asking about her pumpkin stained glass class at the So Sweet Retreat, which the So Sweet Retreat is in September, end of September, right? September 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th. My dad is teaching off-site classes at his art gallery for stained glass, and I'm teaching on Monday. I'm doing an indigo dye class. So you have to go to the So Sweet Retreat. Jessa has the classes there. It says it's sold out, but it's not. She can't get that taken off, I guess. If you click on it, it's going to take you to my website. We really need to, I probably should just post in the group now each link for the classes. I should ask Jessa about it. But if you click on the thing on Jessa, on the So Sweet Retreat, on Jessa's website, on the class you want with my dad or with me, it'll say sold out, but you just click on it. It'll take you to my website. That's where you check out. Okay. Um, and then you will pay tax on your kits for my dad's workshops since he has a physical place. Okay. Yes, I signed up already. So you should have paid then, I would think. It should have went through. So you should be good. Let me know if you need more help, Mary Lou. Yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm excited for people to meet my dad. Uh, He is definitely, well, both my parents. I get the artsy, fartsy stuff from both of them. Shouldn't say it's just my dad. My dad's just still actively artsy fartsy. I'm really hoping it's successful for Jessa because, you know, it's a lot. I'm glad everybody's been like super kind about her learning, everything she has to do to set things up, like it's a lot. It's one of the reasons you didn't see Jenna doing it because I already have so much going on. As much as I wanted to do like an event, it's just not like everything that goes into that just doesn't fill my heart with butterflies and joy. So, and you can't say yes to everything. I think he's up here. I don't know if he's laying over on my bed or not, Alex. You can come up, Alex. Oh, yeah, I don't want to know about any rope noodles. Oh, lovely. Thank you. Nope, 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 nope. 'Tis the season. Oh, Alexander. Apollo, I guess, wants to see it. Okay, it's looking good. Let's hope everything matches on the other end. All right, let's iron this so we can top stitch. All my pleats are matching. Did you take it far enough away from the house? Okay. Yeah, I am very excited about I mean, I want to wear more of my dyed fabric. That's also like, if we can incorporate some dyed fabric and things, I'm all about that. So I went through the payment at zero amount and then I got a confirmation, but it didn't send me to your site at all. Oh, that's something we need to talk to Jess about. I'm not sure. Let's message Jessa. If you want to send Jessa and also me a Facebook Messenger, Mary Lou, just so we can make sure that everything is right, and that it's still that it's not letting people sign up and not making it part of the count that we have, because my dad could only have 8 people. So let's double check with that. Can you just either message Jessa on the actual page but tag me in it, or send her a private message and put me in the message too? Yes, I think your vote was a good vote, Brittany. A good vote. I was definitely overthinking it, as per normal. All right. Hey, buddy. What are you doing? I hope it's not letting people sign up and not, um, oh my. Hopefully we can figure it out. I don't want it to like take more people than what can participate. I know she did say that there was one person that did sign up for the pumpkin class that she'll owe me for, so maybe that's yours. I don't know, but message her. Okay, now we're going to sew our leggies together. So we're going to line up from our pleats. Everything looks good. These are a little off, but not by much. Nothing we can't fix or rue that no one's going to notice, I think. Yeah. Oh, perfect. Okay. I can't believe I don't have to hem these. This is so fun. So nice. Uh, some clips. Now, here's the question. Should I top stitch that somehow? I mean, I'm sure I can. Keep moving this guy, and I should just stick them back here because I'm not using pins anymore. Okay. Okay. Now, can we get fancy on the inside of this? I think we can. Hey there, how's everybody doing? Hi, Princess. Yeah, please message her. Hopefully we can figure it out. And is this the back or is this the, yeah, this is the back. Okay, so we're gonna flip this little baby this way and iron that flat. Oh, these are so cute with this pleat. Clip off these little threads. Okay. Oh, now top stitch this without stitching through anything. Yeah, we can totally, if I did those pants, those tomato pants, I can totally do this. Oh my gosh. So good. So we have one leg. Let's do the other. Hi from the West Coast, Laura. How are you doing this morning? Having your coffee? Oh, it's noon here. I didn't realize it was already noontime. Well, this one is a little bit more off. There we go. That one is spot on. And that one. Okay, so it's just the bottom. Not bad. I'm making my all day culottes out of my thrifted tablecloth. What are you up to, Laura? Are you sewing today? Okay. I need to iron that flat. And turn that this direction. I feel like however I scaled this or the pleats, both of the areas on my crotch, I'm gonna have to like cut that different. So that's interesting. Not sure what did that. More Twilight things. I think I'm doing that. I think the Christmas stockings would probably be. I mean that Twihards are Twihards, right? I think I think they would probably love that. What pattern do you have a specific pattern that you're going to use for them? I put my scissors all over the place. I really like the holiday armadillo pattern. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Now, let me turn one of these inside out. And the other one is right side out. Now I'm going to see how these match up because I think I'm going to just clip these down below here so that everything is like lined up at the bottom. Right? And then we're gonna look and see how these are lining up too. Because that is where it should matter, right? I'm gonna take it over to my cutting table so that I can like straighten that across and then also look at this and decide like how I want to cut it. So give me a moment. me. And then this here. There. Okay. So now we're gonna, I just kind of shored this part up that it was all like straight and came down to the tip there. And then I also straightened these across. So we're just gonna stitch, put our hem in here, coming along. Farmer's out today. Today, I think, is supposed to be the warmest day that we have this week. Okay. Okay. Let's serge these. Oh, there went the pattern. And there went more clips. Okay. Now, can I top stitch the crotch area? Do I have to? Probably not. Do I feel like I need to? Yes. Oh my goodness, they're going to be so fun. Oh my God. I feel right now though, I feel like they could totally be like lederhosen, but they're wonderful. And the lines match up on the front, which is great. They match up pretty good on the back. All right, well, let's see. Do I want to top stitch this? Do you think I should top stitch that? Or no? I don't think I'm gonna, because when all of this gets zhuzhed up in the front, I really don't want that line to maybe not be where it's supposed to be, don't you think? Definitely Team Edward. Everybody's like, what? Definitely Team Charlie. I know. I need to make the tags that say Team Charlie, Team Carlisle. All right. So we have the main part of the pants are done. Now we need to do our elastic area. So let me get that. So like I said, I cut the elastic. So this is also what's kind of cool is since the end of the tablecloth was like just this. So when I fold this in half, and this is as wide as I could get it, it's maybe about an inch more than what the pattern is. And I think I'm going to make my seam allowance smaller too for this. So yeah, but I think that's going to be cool that it's just um, like the stripe is what I'm going to put on the outside. Yeah, they're going to be cute. Okay. Okay. We're going to stay fancy. We're going to top stitch these, right? That would be, yeah. Come on now. What are you getting caught on here, baby? No? Okay. So now I'm going to iron this. Oh yeah, that's going to be so cool. Okay. Now, let's see. Uh, Turn this way. That's what I want on the outside. And because I made this a little smaller, I think I'm going to find like a place in the front and in the back, like halfway in, to do a little pleat, even though it's elastic, right? Why not? I think the front is where I'll have to do it. Oh, these are so fun. Honestly, if you're not an apparel person, like, I hope you see how easy peasy these pants actually were, because they are not difficult, even though I had fears. They're not difficult at all. Okay, so here's where I think, like, next to the pocket. So Jessa helped me with sign up and pay for it on your site, which was great. That's all set, but it charged me route. Oh, you have to, okay, hon. Um, yeah, you have to choose local pickup. So that was why. Um, I'll refund the shipping to you, Mary Lou. Don't worry. Oh, those chicken oven mitts are really cute. I'll refund you, Mary Lou, when I get off here. Don't worry about the shipping thing. We'll take care of it. Yeah, you have to choose local pickup. I should go on and do a live over in the group just to like talk with everybody about it. But you're set, so I'll refund you the shipping. Don't stress about that. Now, which way did I do the pleats? That way. Maybe I only needed one pleat. Maybe I'm not centered here. Yeah. There we go. Okay. We're gonna start from the back. And I think I'm just gonna do a 1/4 inch seam allowance, or like an eighth of a 5/8 maybe. I think I'm gonna do 5/8 because then I can serge it and stitch it down. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Let's move the iron out of the way so we're not pushing it. A 3/8, not 5/8. All I can see anymore, my measurement there is an 8, is the 8, not the number next to it. It's worn off. Coming up to my first pleat. Go. Second one. Oh, I want to make sure my pockets are laying nice. Oh, we forgot about a tag. We need to look. let's see. Do we want a woven label? Do I want see you later, alligator kind of makes me happy. Those won't work. Let's see, what else do I got here? Oh my gosh, so many tags that they're flying everywhere. Okay. I drink and I sew things with a dragon on it. That one, it's the right colors. Whoa, there's a breeze a blowing. Oh, I should make tacos for dinner tonight, huh? Taco Tuesday and Cinco de Mayo. None of those kind of go with what I'm doing. You're so golden, I could put that one in. Oh, self-care instructions. I have those. Those would work. I kind of like to put those in. Let's see. What else do we got here? Hello, I'm an overachiever. That would work with the pleats. I think I'm going to sew the self-care one in. I think that's... Let me see what else. I have other ones that are just like loose here. What do we got? I could put one of my own woven labels in. A little handmade tomato. Cutie pie, but it's orange. I think we're doing this one. I have these little chicken sewing ones. I think we're gonna do that. What are you apologizing for, Mary Lou? It's no big deal. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Oh, and it's one that's a flat one even. We're going to put that on the leg somewhere. And I'm going to put one of mine in the inside. Okay. So let's, did I finish what I was doing here? Yeah. All right. So now I'm going to flip it around this way, and I'm actually going to do a 1/2 inch all the way around, I think, to the top, because my elastic is 1.5. So then that would make like a little ruffle across the top, I think would be cute. So I'm going to top stitch all the way around. I'm just glad you got your ticket and you're in the class, Mary Lou. So don't worry about it, about the shipping. Oh, and my thread. Hey, Nana Eyes. Thread the needle. There we go. Okay. If you want, I can get these little chicky tags in our shop. If anybody wants me to get them, I could get them to have them in the shop. They have a quilting chicken, a sewing chicken, and an embroidery chicken. They're adorable. So if you want, I can get them. I was like, what's holding me back? Tags. The tags are holding me. Okay. Now we're going to go over and serge that bottom part. Oh, Mo, you're going to need a good cleaning. All right. Oh, should I be doing this? No, I should not. Not until I have my elastic in there, you guys. Okay, we're gonna fix it. We just started, but I went over my area. Oh, poop. All right. I did go through that step in my head. Like you don't want to serge it till you have your elastic in there. I did go over in my head, but then I didn't listen. But I didn't sew over it so much, so we don't have a whole lot to rip out. If there's anything worse than serger thread to rip out, I don't know. Maybe there is. Maybe someone can tell me. I would think if you're long arming a quilt and you have to rip things out, that probably is worse than serger ripping. There we go. Okay. Let's. Oh, I got those out. What am I after? I'm after my handy dandy safety pin and my elastic. I did stretch it to my friends who are my stretchy. So This is what I don't understand. Are you supposed to stretch it when you measure it? Is that the deal? Right? So if I stretch it when I measure it, is that the right length? I don't know. Tell me if you know. Because I feel like the elastic I put on last night is definitely very loose, and I wanted this to be tighter. I might actually be able to sew another half of an inch in there to make this cased in there different. Yeah, I think so. Let's do that. I want it to look nice. Let's do another top stitch. This one, we're gonna just do like so, I think. But not over where we're open, right? Yeah, gotta leave an opening. See how I put the little pleat there? There's my opening. Okay, now let's put our elastic in. Oh, I already like that I made it wider. And I think we are definitely going to be, before, before I sew the elastic, we are going to see how it fits on me. I don't want my elastic to bunch. Is it folded there? It feels like it's folded. Yeah. There. No, 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 no. Safety pin. Ah, I hate when that happens. My safety pin just opened. This is why my son needs to come home from college and make me a little tool. Come on. Come on. Come on. There. Okay. Okay. Make sure it's not twisted. There we go. There. Okay. Now, feel like it's already really stretchy. I am going to pin this like this. I'm just going to try it on with the elastic at this space and see, can it, I mean, yeah, let's, I have puffier pants, spider leg pants on than what I did yesterday. So I don't know. I'll see if I can try it on. They're so cute though. Okay. Oh yeah, the elastic is good right where it's at. What do you guys think? What am I making? I am making the everyday culottes from Matchy Matchy out of a tablecloth I thrifted. Okay, yeah, I think that's where it's staying. I'll try them on without my other pants once we're done here. Okay, let's sew this elastic. Trying to make sure that my elastic is not twisted. It's right on this side, but now this side feels wonky. So bear with me a second. There we go. That was okay. Okay. All right. Now we can finish stitching this down like so. Now we can close that other part too. Okay. Now we can serge all of that edge. Let's see your pocket. Okay. Now I have my little tags that I want to make sure are in here. So I'm going to put my little logo woven label right here. I think I'm going to stitch it into this first. And now lay that flat. And now I'm going to go around and top stitch this. We don't need the pattern anymore. I can take that over here. Okay. Oh, can you guys hear me? Did I just turn it off? Nope, I didn't. I just like bumped it trying to put it back in my ear because, like I said, my ears cannot hold earbuds properly. Rooster's making noise. Wonder what he sees. We had a hawk here the other day, like a young hawk, and the rooster was not happy. Come on. We're so close. I think that we're getting ready for summer. Ice cold strawberry lemonade. Oh yeah, and some porch sitting. I like sun tea too. I always make sun tea. So okay, we're gonna try to get this elastic to straighten herself out of it. I think some of my elastic is like folded. I kind of feel like I should have stitched like down the center of the elastic. There she is. Okay. All right. Now let's get, I think I'm gonna put my little chickie. I think I'm gonna put my little chickie like right here on the leg, on the corner. Like she's one of the little blocks, right? Don't you think? Should I stitch her all the way around? Yeah, I probably should stitch her all the way around. Okay, I'm gonna go change my pants and show you guys the finished results, okay? All right, I'll be right back. Oh, don't get caught up in the iron, Jenna. Let's move our ironing board too. That way we can like, yeah, Apollo's like, I don't like that thing. Come on. I can never close it from this side. She doesn't want to go. Sorry for the squeaking, guys. She needs some WD-40. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys. It's so good. All right, hold on. They're high-waisted like I wanted. They're so good. Okay. What do you guys think? Like, they're so they're so cute. They're so comfy. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to make the shirt because I'm definitely cropping the shirt now. I'm probably doing a little ruffle or something. Gonna do something. But I'm glad I added that little pleat here too, like because I think that helps. Oh my gosh. They're so good. And like I said, the belly happens. I've had 2 children, a hysterectomy. You need high-waisted pants. I love them. They're so good. I feel like I want to frolic. They're so fun. So there is my everyday culotte with pleats out of a picnic tablecloth that I thrifted. The pockets are nice and deep too, you guys. Like, well, here, you can see. Like, last night when I was cutting it out, I was wearing my other ones. And my mother-in-law has these pattern weights that can shove all your sewing supplies in the pockets and nobody knows. And they're so, like, pick the right fabric for these. Like, I definitely feel like the cotton linen um, that we have on pre-order is perfect for these. Like, it's going to give the same feel. It's going to get softer over time. And so this was probably 2 yards for mine. And like I said, I couldn't get the pockets out of it. So you probably need 2.5 yards of fabric. But so stinking cute. Oh my gosh. And even like I just saw my butt on the screen. I even like matched the pattern. Ugh, good stuff. All right. I'm a vision. Thanks, Nicole. I love you. All right. So that's today's Me Made May. Again, we do have our pre-order going strong with a bunch of different apparel fabrics, but also your bag fabrics and quilty fabrics. Pre-order ends May 31st. Last expected ship date for pre-order is July 5th, but we try our best to get things out sooner than later. If you are new to my channel and you don't know what our fabrics are like, you can go over on our website boop the snoot of my dog Apollo. You'll see him pop out, and you can order a fabric sample pack that all you do is pay shipping, and we send this to you for free. So that way you can feel and touch all of your fabrics that you can get from us. Tomorrow we will work on the shirt to go with this. So tomorrow I think I have that'll be going live at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So we'll start working on that. Hopefully we'll have that done. That shouldn't take too long. I think we probably have that done tomorrow. And then tomorrow we'll vote on what pattern is next for Thursday and Friday. Like I said, maybe we'll take a little break. We'll see what everybody wants to do. Maybe we'll make some pin cushions or do something smaller on Thursday. I think Thursday night I am having a friend join, so that'll be fun. And then on Friday, I think I'm starting later. Yeah, Thursday and Friday, I think we're starting later, 7 o'clock. And then Saturday, we start at 10 again. So thank you, everybody, for joining me. I really appreciate you being here and being a part of everything. Let me share with you before I go anywhere, because I said I was going to do this earlier, you know, when the sound, when I didn't have sound per normal. So here's the link for the all-day culottes from Matchy Matchy Club. It's a free pattern. Like I said, send it to PDF plotting, which I'll give you that link to. PDF plotting is where I send all my patterns to be printed. The only thing I will say, and I'm going to message Matchy Matchy, because the pleating marks weren't on my pattern pieces that I got printed. So I just kind of gauged from where the cut line was if you wanted your culotte shorter, and did 1-inch markings from there. So, but I'll message them because maybe they just missed it on the AO, especially since it's a free pattern. And what else was it? Oh, and if you do want to shop pre-order, here's our website. Go check us out. All sorts of different designs and prints and styles and bases. So thanks everybody for being here. I hope you have a beautiful Tuesday. Hope we get some tacos maybe. I have a board meeting, so I doubt there's going to be tacos. So, but yeah, let's take one more look. The Matchy Matchy everyday culottes. My chair's in the way. There, now we can see. You can see kind of where now remember, these are a little longer probably because I cut them, but the hem was already at the bottom. So they would probably be a little shorter if you were using the hem, that hemline that would be part of the pattern. And like I said, I really do like that I added like that extra little fliff floral, whatever you want to call it, I added like about an extra inch, and then only did a 3/8 seam allowance for my band, my waistband. So, all right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.